Hi guys, Legendable 101 here once again. IN BORDERLAND, we are back. Like, share, subscribe, you know what to do. Put the comments in the comment section down below. And press that notification bell if you haven't already. Do it now. Oh man, this season is a roller coaster, man. Yeah. This is literally my friend, like, he keeps asking me, is it better than Squid Game? And I'm saying right now it is. Squid Game was lit, but this Borderlands turned up to another level in this season. I don't know how else to say it. IN Borderland is it right now. It's the number one show right now for me. Like right now. Like IN Borderland is it. So let's get into episode 5. So it shows like a flashback of Heya as a girl who's living with Aguni. She's the girl with the one leg. Um and before her time in the game, she was a girl that always got what she wanted. To be honest, she was like the mean girl, you know. Sleep with friends, flipping boyfriends, doing all kind of madness. You know, she thought she was it. She thought she was the one. She thought she was tough. You know what I'm saying? She thought she was it. And then that's when the fireworks hit, and she had to play a game called Boiling Death in some flipping football stadium or something like that. I can't remember. I think it was a football stadium that she was in, and she had to play a game. She had to literally survive this whole arena being destroyed, and people were dying. The way they just did this whole scene was incredible. The CGI and the way it's directed and shot is just like so good. They don't miss with these episodes. Alice in Borderland, they don't do it. They don't miss. Um, and she wakes up and then she has a metal rod sticking out her leg. And around her is just heat everywhere. It seems like a gas line. Gas line was literally blown up. That's what's basically happened. It's like there's hot air everywhere, flames, hot springs. It's all over the place. Crazy. So she manages to. I'm saying she throughout this whole episode, she's just having flashbacks of her just like surviving the incident, and she manages to get her way out here, and she finds a doctor on her way out because she's bleeding out. She's in some severe pain. She needs help. So she finds this twisted doctor. He's just like, hey, I can help you. You know, he looks drunk out of his mind. This guy's high as heck, high as a kite. I don't know what the heck's wrong with this guy. This geezer. He's just giving up on life at this point. So he just takes what he can get. So she goes, can you help me? Are you a doctor? He's like, yeah, I'm a doctor, in the most creepiest way possible. And I need payment, basically. I need payment. And she's like, I'll give you whatever you want. I got money. He's like, money doesn't matter here. What the heck is wrong with you? Money don't work here. So then she realized what he wanted. She was looking at her own legs. It was like, oh, I know exactly what he wants. Then she goes, you know, yeah, I'll give it to you. Just heal me. Just help me out. But then apparently there's gangrene in the leg, so he literally cuts her leg off, and she gets a prosthetic leg. Them running legs Oscar Pistorius had when he ran. She has one of those on the left leg. Um, so it goes back to the game now. So Arisu, Agoni, and Heya are putting in work against the King of Spades. So the guy in the green raincoat. So this reminds me of Predator. Literally, this whole scene reminds me of Predator. Episode 5. So they go to set up a trap, on Schwarzenegger style, against King of Spades. But The plan fails because this guy is OP. This guy is so strong. Oh, how strong this guy is, bro. It's insane. Agony gets capped a couple of times. Once again, he just gets a few bullets in him. Heya with the arrows. She out here like Green Arrow, putting in work. Pa pa pa, shotting off arrows everywhere. Um, Arusu has a shotgun because Agony gave it from last ep. But yeah, he's got a shotgun. He takes a few shots at the King of Spades. He can't win. And then he jumps into the waterfall. He jumps off there to escape the King of Spades because he threw a bomb at him. And then it's left Agony and Heya. So Agony and Heya had to retreat. So Heya helped out Agony because he was getting destroyed. He was getting beat up. So yeah, so that happened. And then we get back to Anne in episode 5. We catch up with her. She's hiking out the city. She's trying to go as far as she can go to see what the heck's out there. And she looks out and she's like, this isn't our world. This is something else. It's nothing like how the landscape was before. It's something weird is going on. So we have a little flashback of her as well. Her previous time in the regular world, in our world. She was some kind of forensic specialist. Seeing dead people on the regular, as a forensic would. And then that was her kind of little arc for the episode. So Kuina, we showed Kuina as well, little shots of Kuina doing a Jet Li impression of the One when she's fighting for the people on the pyramid, like when he's literally fighting everyone. Playing Papa Roach at the end. I'm losing my mind, losing my side, maybe I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Papa Roach felt like she should be playing Papa Roach while she's just fighting the people off, hand-to-hand combat, karate style. So she survived the Jack of Spades game, but she's getting carved up at the same time. She's got wounds everywhere. So she vows to keep fighting on, which she's going to do, which I support. So this is where we kick it into the Queen of Spades game. Checkmate. All right. This is where the season turns it up once again. So Usagi runs into this family because she's obviously split up from Arisu and the gang because they've all gone their own way. You know what I mean? By no choice of their own sometimes. So she sees this woman and a young boy, and his visa is about to expire. So she takes him under her wing, to go complete this game, the game called Checkmate, the Queen of Spades. Arusu runs into Usagi. It's like, hey, let's get this work. You know what I'm saying? So the Queen of Spades chooses the little boy. You know what I'm saying? As the was it the king? I remember was so as the main pawn in the game, just like her, and she's got her own crew set up already. It's like Osmosis. It's like when Kiyoma had his own crew. So this happens. So allegiances changed from certain segments in the game, certain rounds, because she's literally hijacking and converting people to her side, saying, do you want to win? And if you do win, you get to stay here with me. You know, that kind of thing. So you don't ever have to go back. You don't have to play any more games. You don't have to die out there. You know what I'm saying? You can stay in this place with me on this oil rig. So that's happening. But and then Arisu and Ugasa come up with a plan. They said, we need to change these people back, bro. We need to get them on our side. Because they were just like running around the place. And then, don't you want to go back to your world? What's going on? So they kind of did a whole believe it Naruto speech, as Arusu does. And they win them round, the remaining people they have left. And then they go clear up the board. And then they eventually win. But the Queen of Spades, she wasn't no punk. She was out there taking them. She was out there giving smoke. She was just taking people out. Martial arts, combat. just doing the most free running style. She was going crazy, jumping off of rigs and that. She was going crazy. She was going in. Um, I love how physical the actors in the show is. I love how physical they are. They're like no action stars. It feels like every character in this show feels like action stars. Could easily be action star anywhere else in the world. Um, so yeah, so that happens. And then she goes, "I'm free." So there's a theme. It looks like it's running through this show where the kings of these games are literally when they lose they say they're free now. They get to do what they're free. They'll be murdered. They're dead. They get to pass on. So that's a running theme in the show. And so yes, that ends with the Queen of Spades dying. Blimp is blown to smithereens, as you expect if um, the game champion dies. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that happens. The boy lives. Arisu and Usagi go on their way. Yeah. So after the game, Arisu and Ugaso find like hot springs in that stadium that Hei was in, that she won her game on, and then all of a sudden they're both naked, and then a kiss happens. I'm like, yes, go on, Arisu. Go on, Arisu. Putting in work. I like to see it. So then they get closer, hold hands and all that stuff, and then they see elephants out here. I'm like, what the heck? This nature is running wild right now. You know what I'm saying? It's running wild. Um, but then Chishiya on the other side of the map, in gaming terms, he's playing with three other players. It's called Balance Scale. So mathematical logic game with Kazuryu. You know what I'm saying? The guy, the number two. You know what I'm saying? Back at the beach, the executive member. So he's in charge of this game right here. You know what I'm saying? He's the king of diamonds. So he's a flipping king. I was like, oh man, this guy. As soon as I saw this man, this guy was sus. I knew he was up to something. But yeah, so Chishiya is starting to study each player, you know what I'm saying? There's a girl in this game. I know this, I've seen her before in another Japanese drama. I know I've seen her before. I've seen her in something, and it's annoying the heck out of me of where she comes from, but I'll find her later. But yeah, she played this kind of ditzy, didn't know what was going on type, but she was very smart. And then there's another guy, he looked like the serial killer from the prison game, just like him, but just not as pale. He had the same clothes and the same look and everything, same hairstyle, everything. He looked like the same geezer, just played another role. He looked like to me, just looked a little bit older. Um, but yeah, so you had him, and then you had another guy who I've seen before. I know I've seen this guy before as well, an older Japanese guy who's almost looks like he's a little bit autistic, and he's like working out all these equations by his fingers, tapping together. I'm like, oh my day, this guy. I love those kind of characters in stuff like this as well, especially games like this. You see their brilliance, and they're working out different kind of ways, different scenarios, different hypotheticals, different theories. And Kazuyu was just in the back, like hands locked together, interlocked, just head in his hands, just like working out the greatness. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this is happening. And above them is acid, literally in a bowl. That's going to be poured in their head if they lose, if they get to -10. If you get to -10, you die. So apparently Kazuyo used to be a lawyer, and he had virtues. He was a righteous man. He was a good guy. But his boss was like, hey, that's not your job, homie. You're out here to bend the truth, my guy. You're out here to win cases. So after that, he just like lost the will to like be a true lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Be a lawful lawyer. He was like ingrained in his psyche that hey, nothing in this life is fair anymore. Nothing in this life. I've realized. I've come to the realization though that nothing can be changed. I am just a guy for hire. I'm a gun for hire. I am a scumbag. So he basically created this game to kind of balance the scales, if you will. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call it that. Want to give people a fair one. You know what I'm saying? um, so Chishiya starts to work that out as the game's going on. People are dying. The guy that's the serial killer is the one who died first. Then it was, well, they kind of went at the same time, but the one of the guys, he died first. Then the autistic guy, he died second. He was struggling. Like, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Died. The way he just melts him is just like gruesome. It's graphic as heck. And then it's just three. As it's just like three left now. So it's there. No, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 of them. Yeah, there's 5 altogether. Did I say 4? Did I say it was 3 other players? No, literally there was like 4 other players. But there's literally 3 left now. Of the Chishiya. So you got the girl, Kazuryu, and Chishiya left. So there's 3 left now altogether. And the girl tries to outsmart Chishiya and Kazuryu, but she messed up because Chishiya was reading her body language and her choices. So he breaks down all of that, and that was incredible. The way they broke down Chishiya's mindset and how he thought about this woman and how like what her choices would have been and should have been. Oh, that was incredible. That was great. That was great writing. The writers of the show, A+, 10 out of 10. And then she was like, "You son of a, you're cheating. You're cheating." He was like, "Nah, homie, I just read who you were." So then she died. Dead. So it's just Kazuryu and Chishiya now. So at this time, just these 2 left. We have a flashback of Chishiya now. We have a flashback for the main character, for the protagonist, my guy. So, well, my protagonist. So, this guy used to be a doctor. I'm like, oh snap! He was going to save this little boy. The mother was like, thank you very much. He's about to live. He's about to live. He's about to offer operation. That's coming up. His boss goes to him, nah, homie, he ain't getting that operation, my guy. Somebody else is taking his place. And Chishiya was like, nah, we ain't doing that, are we? He's like, yes, we are. Gave him a letter, showed that the friend of his boss, the boss's boss, son or whatever it is gonna take the operation instead of the boy, because he gives money to the hospital. He funds us. He pays our bills. He pays our wages out here. He keeps the lights on. So then he's like, nah, man, this ain't ethical. This is not right. Chishiya was fighting back against it. He saw a more human side to Chishiya here before the world went to crap. So yeah, the boss was like, nah, do your job. Tell the your patient that he ain't getting the surgery, bro. And then at the end of that scene, we realize that the boy dies. The mom's on the bench crying. Him, Chishiya, and his boss is watching them, and the boss is trying to resolve himself and just saying, "Hey, we ain't nothing to do with us. I followed orders just like you did. We are exempt of any wrongdoing here." And Chishiya was like, walked off. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yeah, we're not okay, sir." Like, "Oh, okay." Like, it's like, "Okay," in a sarcastic way, and then walked off. And then the boss is just kind of saying, "Oh, flip, I messed up." But that's when you saw the decline of Chishiya's morality in a way. So that's what I'm saying. That's kind of turned into this stone cold killer. So yes, that's what I'm saying. So he tells his Kazooie he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep pressing 100. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna preempt what I'm gonna do and tell you right now what I'm gonna do every round. So he does that. He presses 100 every round, even till the end, and then Kazooie keeps pressing 0. So Kazuyo keeps losing. Then the last round, he thinks about it and goes, "I'm gonna give you a fair one." And he just presses 0. He dies anyways. He's like, "I'm free." And he melts. And Shizuya says, "Hey man, you went out on your own terms. I'm jealous of you, my guy." So that's what happened. Trisha wins the game. So yes, that's how the episode ends of episode 6. So yeah, 5 and 6 in the book. Oh my god, these 2 episodes have been incredible. These 2 episodes, 5 and 6. Oh man, it's just so good. So good. This checkmate, balance scale, back to back 5 and 6 are so good. So good. These games, when they just interlock all these episodes, is just seamless. Seamless. So yeah, so we're gonna jump into episode 7 and 8 very soon. But 5 and 6 has been incredible. This show is turning up to, and Chishiya. This gives you a break from all the chaos of the tags and the other kind of physical games. Chishiya's stuff is more mental. It's a cerebral kind of game. That's what he loves to go. So he loves to do. He's a doctor, so we know that now. So that's why it's very cerebral and very callous at times and cold, because you have to be as a doctor. You can't be too invested in your patients. Everyone has to be kind of equal in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That no one can get better treatment than the other guy, because stuff can happen just like the boss told him. So the boss gave him a harsh lesson right there. Hey, we ain't fair out here. We don't give fair ones out here. So just like Kazulu, his boss did to him, Chishiya got that same lesson. So people, I just can tell people in this game, they've gotten harsh lessons in their life, and they've literally brought it into this game. They kind of win. They have to be solid. They have to be stone cold. They have to be ice cold in the veins. So yeah, so 5 and 6 in the books. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Press the notification bell. Twitter and Instagram, main 2 places you can find me, Legend of Old 101. I put the comments in the comment section down below. I love reading the comments. Come on now, I love reading the comments. But anyway, I'm out. So wherever you are, day or night, stay safe out here in these streets. Mr. Legend of Old 101 signing out. Peace.